What is up, guys? This is Dr. James Stirrett. Today we're going to be talking about the top 4 reasons why all women should consider TRT or testosterone replacement therapy for anti-aging. So let's jump right in. Now, with so many cutting-edge therapies coming out all the time, I still fall back as a provider on testosterone replacement therapy is my go-to for anti-aging in women, and this is predominantly because of what happens in the ovaries. In women, we often think with hormone replacement therapy, we're always considering estrogen and progesterone to be an issue, and as a provider, I always look at those things, but we're forgetting about the third hormone. The ovaries in women, cycling women, and women prior to menopause and perimenopause, testosterone is predominantly made in the ovaries as well. It's that third hormone that's made in there, and it's extremely important and overlooked by nearly all providers, to the degree where most providers do not even check testosterone on a regular hormone panel. If we're talking about OBs or endocrinologists, testosterone is not even considered as something that might have an effect on a woman's well-being. This is really unfortunate because testosterone is a hormone that has such a huge impact. So let's jump into our top 4 reasons why all women should consider this therapy. When I say all women, I mean almost all women. There's going to be a very, very small percentage of the population that might have a rare genetic defect, clotting issues that would prevent them from taking this med. I've actually never seen a woman in practice in the last 10 years that I haven't been able to treat with this therapy. So it's exciting. So number 1 reason to consider testosterone replacement therapy from an anti-aging perspective is simply just going to be from a muscle mass standpoint. Testosterone encourages the growth of muscle and the fighting of fat. So if you're somebody who's found themselves going to the gym a little bit less, they're starting to put on weight, and you've noticed that your muscle mass is diminishing and you're just getting a little heavier around the midsection, testosterone can be an excellent option to help start to reverse things metabolically for you. And don't be considered about becoming too jacked either. What's going to happen is you're just restoring physiologic levels. You're not trying to go super physiologic like a bodybuilder. This helps keep things safe and helps you feel really good in the process. Number 2, testosterone is helpful when it comes to your healing, which means that these small aches and pains and little inflammatory conditions that we tend to accumulate as we get older, testosterone can actually help with. And you might ask yourself, how can testosterone help? Well, testosterone's mechanism of action is actually it goes into cells, docks within cells, and it helps to regenerate within a cell. This is why it's so helpful from a muscle maintenance point of view. It's actually going into your cells and helping you recover. It's doing this from head to toe, which is why this is the OG hormone for anti-aging. Number 3, testosterone is super helpful for women when it comes to sleep. And we all know that sleep is a superpower, you guys. If you're not sleeping well, then you're not regenerating well, you're not recovering well, and you will age faster. We see this in research. So if testosterone helps improve sleep, then there is something to it. I have seen this consistent across the board. Testosterone is produced at night while we sleep, but it was also needed to have a good night's sleep. We see this in men and women. And lastly, testosterone can be beneficial at helping reduce the occurrence of Alzheimer's disease in certain populations, as well as arteriosclerosis, atherosclerosis, and cardiovascular disease. So we have Alzheimer's and cardiovascular disease being reduced. Now, I will be the first to admit this needs to be tested more in women. Most of the research has been done in men, of course. However, it's not too far-fetched to think that if it's happening in men, then it's also having the same effect in women. And I have something to back this up anecdotally within my practice. Typically, what we see when we start women on testosterone therapy is a reduction in triglycerides, reduction in LDL. These are the things that we know in science that help contribute to our atherosclerosis, arteriosclerosis, and heart disease. If these things are reduced, that means that we are really protecting somebody's heart. It's not just cholesterol that's going down. We also see that blood sugar starts to come down as well. Now, this might be because women are making better choices while they're on testosterone therapy because they're feeling better, because they have more muscle, less fat, which we know creates more blood sugar stability, less insulin resistance, and we can apply what we know about high cholesterol and increased blood sugar to Alzheimer's, because Alzheimer's has been called diabetes of the brain. And so if we can help improve cholesterol, blockages within blood flow, right? and help decrease blood sugar and decrease insulin resistance, then how can we not be improving the outcomes for Alzheimer's and decreasing its likelihood? I would like to see more research on it, but it's very exciting and I think it's very promising. So if you take these 4 things into consideration, I think testosterone therapy is an amazing call for most women and a great addition to estrogen and progesterone hormone replacement therapies, especially when a woman is perimenopausal or just going through menopausal transition. Like and comment for more, guys, and we'll see you next week. Take care.